Ralph had always been a curious and adventurous person. He loved exploring new places, meeting new people, and trying new things. So when he heard about a remote village deep in the mountains that was rumored to be haunted, he couldn't resist the urge to check it out. He packed his bags and set out on a long and treacherous journey through the rugged terrain. As he climbed higher and higher, the air grew thinner and the temperature dropped. But he pushed on, driven by his curiosity and excitement. Finally, after several days of hiking, Ralph arrived at the village. It was a small, isolated community, surrounded by dense forests and steep mountains. The houses were old and decrepit, and there was an eerie silence in the air. Ralph was about to explore the village when he heard a strange noise coming from one of the houses. He cautiously approached the door and pushed it open. Inside, he found an old woman lying on the ground, gasping for breath. She was barely conscious and looked like she was on the verge of death. Ralph knew he had to act quickly. He took out his first aid kit and began to tend to the woman's wounds. He gave her water and food, and slowly but surely, she began to regain her strength. As the days passed, Ralph became a part of the village community. He helped the villagers with their chores, listened to their stories, and even participated in their rituals. But he couldn't shake the feeling that there was something strange about the village, something dark and mysterious. One night, as he was lying in his bed, Ralph heard a loud noise coming from outside. He cautiously stepped out of his room and saw that the entire village was surrounded by a thick fog. He could barely see anything, but he knew that something was coming. Just as he was about to run back inside, he saw a figure emerge from the fog. It was tall and thin, with long arms and glowing eyes. Ralph couldn't believe what he was seeing, but he knew that he had to act fast if he wanted to survive. With a deep breath, he took out his knife and charged towards the figure. But just as he was about to strike, the figure disappeared into the fog, leaving Ralph alone and confused. As the fog lifted, Ralph realized that he was alone in the village. The villagers were gone, and he was left with nothing but his thoughts and his fears. He knew that he had to find out what was happening, but he had no idea where to start. And so, with a sense of dread and anticipation, Ralph set out into the unknown, ready to uncover the secrets of the haunted village.